Joining us now to weigh in on what's been happening down there, she's the CEO of the Latino Wall Street, Gaby Berrospi. Gaby, nice to meet you officially. Thanks for coming on the program. So you're tracking what's been happening down there. I'll admit it, I have not that closely since the riots started, and then I started looking into it. I knew Maduro's fascist dictatorship background and what type of person he is and what he was doing to his people, so I wouldn't put it past him and his regime to rig this election. And it sounds like that's what happened. What are you hearing?
Yes, Dan, thank you so much for having me. That's exactly what I'm hearing. I have thousands of people in my platform that I interact with daily. A lot of them are in Venezuela. I don't know one of them who agrees with the outcome of this election. It's very sad what you were explaining, that it really reminds us of what has been happening in the United States. I never thought, coming from the third world, that I would witness what we have been witnessing in the United States, because this just all sounds oddly familiar to us. Right. For the ones who come from, Latin America. We have a history with socialism, communism, corruption, and all of that. But it's a sad day when here we are a few months before the elections, and everything that's happening, what they're saying, how they're manipulating the outcome. They're trying to, put the opponents in jail. All of that just sounds oddly familiar to what has.
I mean, this is. Do we have directors from Hollywood writing the scripts in that country and in ours? Because literally you've got Maduro's people saying jail the opposition. They've been trying to jail Trump. They're saying the election was perfect but won't be transparent. They use some of the similar, I'm pretty sure you can tell us, similar machines, software and whatnot that we use. And now you have an uprising and they want to squash the uprising and imprison innocent people who are protesting. So yes, when I look at these two things, I'm going, wow. The parallels are way too similar.
Yes, and that's very scary, and that's one of the main concerns for Latinos in the U.S. And what I hear on a daily basis is that we don't want to, be in a place where we're forced to repeat the same story that we ran away from, right? That's one of the main reasons why we moved to the United States as immigrants, is because we're looking for the first world, to make it, to leave behind the corruption, and all these types of things that we really hope we don't get more of.
Yeah, that's a really poignant statement to make, that so many Latinos, Latino descent from South America come here, not only hoping for that better life in America, but just hoping for a free, open, and transparent system, right? A government that works for the people. That's what this country is supposed to be about, Gaby. So let me just apologize for the way the American government has been working and operating over the last several years as it comes to all Americans, newcomers, or some of us older folk who've been here. This isn't the way it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be this way.
Exactly, and also the crime, right? That's also one of the main reasons why we moved to the United States, is to leave our countries that have very high crime rates. And unfortunately, what we've been seeing recently with the open border is just, things just don't make sense.
Right. And a bunch of them are coming from Venezuela, right? I mean, Trump's not wrong. This Maduro guy has opened up the prisons and the mental institutions and told the gangbangers, get the hell out of our country, go to America. Trump's not lying. Is that what you're hearing? Is that correct? Or is Trump wrong?
People who are crossing the border, they're not the best people, right? Like, if you look at the professional Latinos who work in the United States, we didn't hop the border. That's not how we get here. We did things the legal way. And there's a huge difference between the quality of people who come through the border and people who come here legally, do things the right way, the long process, very expensive to, get your green card, pass your citizenship test, and everything that it requires for you, to have a shot in this country, background checks, fingerprints. I had to do all of that. So it's very frustrating for us,
Sure,
especially.
and that needs to be streamlined. I agree, and I think President Trump says he wants to streamline it. But again, we want people, like you just said, that get vetted, that do the background checks, that are going to contribute to our society instead of bring it down and cost other Americans money. And it appears what we're seeing in Venezuela, that a lot of those folks down there want similar things. They want a free, open society and a government that will help them. Gaby, I'm out of time, but thank you so much. If you want to learn more about what she does, again, she's the CEO of Latino Wall Street. Gaby Berrospi. Hopefully I got that last name right. Gaby, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Take care.